on to you, Pisces out here. So let's get it. Hold on. Hold on. Nah. Hold on, yo. Hold on. Nah, we need to. There you go. There you go. Crispy clean. So hold on. You have the leap of faith, the six of Gabriel, and then you, Pisces, have the Empress. Right? These three cards. So welcome, Pisces. Hopefully y'all are having a great day. So so okay, so okay, so what I'm seeing here is that pretty much y'all are doing your thing, because this is you, Pisces, not being held up by anyone, anything, you know, engaging in the things that you want to do, potentially even picking up new hobbies, going back to school, maybe getting a new job, whatever it may be, right? Six of Gabriel and the Empress is about how, and, you know, not letting pretty much anyone really get in your way. The Empress being, you have options, and you want to continue to have options. You know, again, why didn't you do this sooner, right? This is what comes to mind when it comes to you, right? About how you think about yourselves. Why didn't you do this sooner? Because, you know, Pisces is a zodiac sign that, you know, Pisces is a zodiac sign that takes and takes and takes, right? And then up until the Pisces is like, okay, I'm done, right? But it takes you, Pisces, a minute for you to understand that the dating pool is just trash. It takes you a little while. You know, I'm a Virgo, I have a Pisces ascendant, or Pisces rising, every way you say it. But I'm a Virgo with the Pisces rising / ascendant, and it took me a little while before I really understood with further research that it's true. A lot of people are broke out here, you know, broken out here. It's not even broke with it. Finances, they're broken, they're dysfunctional. So I realized that I realized that I wasted a lot of my time, because originally, right, my plan was to, and I remember when I thought of it too, 14 years old, speaking to people, but I didn't anticipate the delusion of grandeur and the ego was that important, was that bad. Like, I'm in my 30s, and the same stuff that I'm seeing since high school, people are still going through the same emotionality that they're going through still. And it's like, yo, it's like, yo, whoever sees this, we gotta, and who understands this, we gotta really start, and who doesn't want this to happen, then put in work to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen, because this is wild. And that's my point. It took you, Pisces, a little minute before you understood that the dating pool, you know, people, if you get someone who fits for you and is good, that's amazing. That's an amazing fit. Sometimes you'll have people who, you know what I'm saying, it's not exactly a fit, meaning that it statistically can fit, but there's a huge problem. And the problem is there's usually one person in the relationship that doesn't want to do better, that wants to remain a slob, basically, that wants to remain a savage that has to be picked up after. And so the situation with that is the Page of Ariel and the Nine of Raphael. And, you know, it took you a little while, like I said. But you're learning, though. You're learning, you know. And that taking the while takes up time. And that's why it is that we, you know, we learn as we get older. But we would have learned much sooner if we had more transparent, truthful elders or people who are older than us who was putting us on game and telling us why. They say things in a vacuum, in a sense that, long story short, I remember hanging out with individuals or an individual more so specifically, who would be like, oh, okay, just ignore them. So I'm thinking to myself, this individual ain't listening to anything that I'm really saying. How is ignoring them going to work if I'm trying to get them? Then he would go ahead and end up getting married to someone who basically doesn't do anything. And so I'm looking at it like, so so now that I'm older and I figured it out, okay, ignore them because they goofy, because that's what they respond to. But then now that I really know the game, if that's how it is that they moving, I don't want them. If that's the case, I'm not into them. And so I'm also looking at it like, so you got married maybe because you like her. Okay, maybe you did. But maybe there's an aspect where you got married to show me what would happen if I don't know. I don't know. I don't put it past anybody. I've heard wilder. But it's like that, like, oh, word, that's how it is. That's how you moving. Okay, cool. That's how it is. But then made himself an example of that. But then couldn't just flat out tell me what it is, right? So you learn. So when you had if you had individuals that were better, that just told you what it was, you would have been much more equipped to deal with this. But you Pisces are learning now, and the Nine of Raphael is that this is why your confidence is going up. A lot of you Pisces are becoming more confident because you know how to handle your situation. You know how to handle yourself. The Epiphany in the King of Ariel speaks to how, you needed these experiences. You Pisces needed this to see what was really going on behind the scenes, for you to understand why you should be confident, why you shouldn't be running around thinking something's wrong with you all the time, right? And the King of Raphael represents, because you're the one that has everything, no matter what it seems like. A lot of them stuff is just social media stuff. A lot of these people's lives be trash, I'm telling you, behind this stuff. I'm not even going to say it, but a lot of people's lives be trash behind this stuff. I'm telling y'all. And then you have the solutions, the Sun card, and the Two of Michael. So the solutions, the Sun card, and the Two of Michael, but it's self-explanatory. Like, you Pisces pretty much got the understanding. You getting the solutions of what you wanted to know. You understand that a lot of people be lying, and if not flat out lying with their mouth, then they're trying to appear like they got it all together and they don't. And you Pisces are glad not to see people like, downtrodden or in a messed up disposition. That doesn't make you glad. But what does make you glad is the fact that you have the answers to know, okay, 9.5 times out of 10 when a person is going in and talking wild and stuff like this, unless it's coming from a sincere place, more oftentimes than not, it's coming from a place of, well, they really don't have much going on. If you ask me, real talk, everybody is trying to figure out their own stuff. Of course, right? That's self-explanatory. But there's this pressure that a lot of people feel that, and this is why television probably is so important to a lot of people, right? Feeling like they need to be on a sitcom. It's because in television, the rules of television does not match the rules in real life, right? So like, you can have this, you can have that, right? Certain things in a movie or in a TV show don't necessarily exist in real life. So like Ghost can get away with all the stuff that he's doing forever and ever and ever in a day, and things always seem to plan out the way that, whatever the case may be, in that sense, right? Because again, certain rules don't really, match the same as it is in real life. So, but a lot of you Pisces understand that you feel good because you got the answers to what you wanted. You Pisces been wanting to know, well, why is it that people move like this? And that was the mystery behind the disappointment. Like, why is it that you Pisces can be amazing to people, right? And kind of, show love and whatever, this, that, and the third. And it just seemed like people are not really truthful to you. Well, because they have a lot to hide. So let's clarify the Sun card. You have the Judgment, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, but then you also have the Four of Cups, right? So these three cards right here, to clarify the Sun card, speaks to you, Pisces, in the sense that it's basically, and don't let people tell you otherwise or try to convince you otherwise, because people will say stuff like, oh, I heard about you. You've never heard about me. And even if you have heard about me, expose me. Do what it is that you got to do, right? Like they'll say things like, oh, I heard about you, this, right? Project something, stuff that ain't even true, right? And that's how it is that people get into gossip, is what I'm trying to say. That's how people will move with you. That's why I was just saying, don't let these people tell you, when you fairly assess them, that they're not really up to par. They're gonna get offended, and they're gonna try to make it seem like when you, Pisces, disqualify them from being in a relationship with them, they will be in a situation where they will show you why it is that you were right about them the whole time, right? Right? Most of the times, right? You still have to be aware for the winners, right? For the people who actually figure it out. But the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups, though, represents Pisces card, right? It represents, but you're gonna find it very comical. You're gonna get a good laugh, but also, you're on top as long as you remember that you're on top, right? If you're functional, if you for real, if you don't let life just do whatever it wants to you, if you walk tall, you're at the top. Regardless of however it looks, you're at the top. I want to go ahead and say that, right? Like you're at the top of the tree, regardless. So other than that, I just want to go ahead and say, don't let people, right, get you caught up into thinking that it's not. Why? Because that you're not at the top, no matter how much money you have or you don't have. A lot of rich people are miserable too. Why? Because the Sun card represents awareness. It represents where awareness is. It represents the spotlight, right? The global spotlight is what the sun is, basically, right? The galaxy spotlight. So why that's so important is because when a spotlight is on a stage, what does it do? It draws your attention to where it wants you to look. But the situation with that is, the judgment is about their intentions, which is to misdirect you, to get you to look in one direction when it's not really in that direction. You see what I'm saying? So as a result, you, Pisces, will know that they're not really on to anything, right? They are not on to anything. They're not really about anything, but they'll be like, oh, they'll get offended. Oh, you Pisces are trash. That's why it is. That's why that. That's the misdirection. That's the cap in it, right? That's the scrambling to try to save face. That's the, I gotta hurry up and do something quickly, otherwise people gonna know that I'm a fraud. I'm putting on, but I'm putting on to do what? And see, the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups, they will, a lot of people will like you, but you, Pisces, will know that you are better than them. Your character is better, your health is better. Not even your character and your health is better, which it is and it will be, but also the fact that you have your stuff more together than other people do. Like, we really allowing the internet and the things that we hear over the internet to really impact our lives. People will tell us, once you reach 21, get out. Some of the wealthiest people still live with their parents, no matter how old they get. Some of the wealthiest people, don't have me prove it now. Don't have me prove it. Some of the wealthiest people in the world, some rich people, some wealthy people still live with their parents no matter how old they are. Rich than a mug, live with their parents still. It's like we've allowed, don't believe me? Okay, let me give you an example. Khabib Nurmagomedov, millionaire MMA fighter, right? One of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. I think his record is like 25 or like 29-0, 30-0, something like that. One of the greatest people to ever step into the octagon, right? Into MMA. Okay, millionaire, still live at home with his parents. Well, at the time, right? His father then passed on, but I guess it's just his mom now. But at the time when he was at the height of his career in MMA, still lived with his parents. Millionaire at the time. Trevor Jackson, right? Trevor Jackson, the one where, there was a rumor between him and Zendaya, they used to go out, right? Trevor Jackson, millionaire, right? Still live at home with his parents. There's an interview with him and Ellen DeGeneres, and Trevor Jackson was talking about how he still lives at home. He doesn't plan on going anywhere. Paying the bill thing, bought him a house, yeah, but go somewhere. So we've really allowed this new age way of thinking into having us really move in a way where it's like, oh, we gotta do this. We have. No, we ain't gotta. We don't have to do anything we don't want to. Stop letting people who sit up on the computer, who have sit up online, who have an invested interest on directing you in the wrong direction, deliberately tell you nonsense. Get the truth of the matter for real. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Come on, y'all, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace.